And still talking about the Mmesoma'S Jam saga, we have Comrade Stephen Ufoaroh, the chairman, Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASO, Nnamdi Azikiwe University Chapter, Anambra State. He joins us from Oka, the state's capital, to speak on the committee report on the Utme school controversy. Thank you so much for joining us, Comrade.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right, straight to it. Given the report of the 8-man committee set up by Professor Charles Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, to investigate the controversy between JAMB and Mmesoma, how would you react? Taking into consideration, however, that JAMB had been initially accused of hurriedly suspending her for 3 years.
I think my reaction to the suspension by JAMB, I still agree with those that said they were too hasty about it. This is a minor, and it's necessary we look into the what played out before she took her action. She will not, at her age, I don't think she will on her own come out to make such false claims. I agree with the procedure taken by the state government and what JAMB did. We need to correct her so that we don't destroy her. And
but according to the report, she said she did it herself, not assisted.
Yeah, but they are corporate. She would have gone to a business center. She doesn't. I don't think she did it in her house. She would have gone to a business center to print it. So the investigation, to me, was the right way to go. You see, as far as I'm concerned, I don't blame Mmesoma because the system we are in encouraged her to do what she did. Because everybody wants to get it fast and shortcuts. And so that is why I don't subscribe to the procedure taken by JAMB. We should rather think of how to recover her and then correct the system that we are all guilty of destroying.
Okay, looking at how the issue divided Nigerians on the lines of ethnicity and tribalism, what do you have to say?
I think we need to come together and know that we don't have any issue about tribalism and ethnicity or religious differences. We have a common challenge, and that common challenge is leadership. That common challenge is that those who are entrusted to manage our resources are not providing leadership for us. That is what, look at our little children. Look at a girl of 19 years old, courageous enough to come to the public to make a false claim she knows was not correct because she has seen that the system is not working. And the issue of apology to the concerned authorities, I agree with the apology, but then the concerned authorities are also to be blamed. The church, the school, the government, the JAMB itself is to be blamed. We have special centers where JAMB exams have been taken. We have people that get good high scores in JAMB without even going for the exams. So she must have learned this thing from one place. So let's think of how to fix the system. That I'm punishing a little girl that was misdirected because of what she saw around her. And then we should own up to this, that we are all guilty of this problem. People rig elections to get into power. Those elected into power are not delivering services to the masses. And so she saw that, look, the easiest way to solve is to subvert the system and get away with it. So I think Nigerians should forget about the issue of who is a Christian, who is a Muslim, who is APC, who is PDP. It's not an issue for now. What we want is leadership. Our resources should be managed efficiently. We should give orientation to our young ones that it pays to work hard. The way we carry money around, the way people spend money around, encourage them to do anything they want to do. So I think we should think back home as a country and see how we can work together to give proper reorientation to our. We are losing it. We are losing it seriously. And if this continues, I'm afraid where we are going in this country. If at this age a little girl can do such a thing, I'm bold and courageous enough to come to the public to declare that she's innocent, why she knew she was guilty. And then we have a serious challenge before us. We need to go back to the school system. The government has failed. The church has also failed. Religious groups have failed. We are playing politics with everything rather than reorientation of our young ones to know that it pays to work hard, and hard work is always had its own result. People met 200 and something in JAMB because they read very well, not through shortcuts.
Okay, so the 8-page report of that panel recommended that Mmesoma tender an unreserved written apology to JAMB, her school, and the state's government, and that she should undergo counseling and therapy. Do you think this will serve as a deterrent to others? and if this will help in calming the nerves and reposition this candidate in question.
Yeah, writing an apology, I said, is necessary, but that will not deter us from going the same way. I think we should most importantly concentrate on how to rescue this young girl and get her focused again that she could still make it in life. And rather than emphasizing about apologizing to those that are part of the system that she's into, that led her into what she did, I think we should focus about how do we help our youths to discover their potentials and get a better orientation on how to work hard. Those apologies will not solve our problem. It will not deter others from going that same way. It's just because she came to the public and she was caught. Many have done it and got away with it. So I think we should focus on reorientation, building a better educational system, encouraging our government to invest in education and let the standard of education improve, that students can work hard on their own and pass exams and get admission into our institution without going through this shortcut this young girl went through and trying to manipulate the system, and she was caught.
All right. You mentioned earlier that the system should, take responsibility that they're also at fault. Aside that, what other lesson do you think should be learned from this in order to prevent a recurrence?
Yes, I think JAM should improve their security system in their result releasing, and then we should not focus more on academic qualifications in our country. That's one of our challenges. Because if one can get admission with whatever score he or she got, I wouldn't see why she want to falsify her JAM score because she want to get scholarship. Possibly, I don't know, her family background may not be wonderful, but maybe she felt that by doing that, she could get support to further her studies. So if the system was working and there's an opportunity for her to go to school without, whether her parents are poor or rich, that she will have access to quality education, I don't think she will go this way she went. So the only way out is for us, for those entrusted with our resources, to fix this country. Let our political leaders hear the cry of the masses and fix Nigeria for us and stop wasting our resources so that we don't have a repeat of this, so that youth can have access to quality education without going through this process that Mmesoma'S went through. All right. That's my humble submission.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. And that was Comrade Stephen Ufoaroh, the Chairman, Academic Staff Union of Universities, also Nnamdi Azikiwe University.